We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, on the bench. Number 53, Mike 53.
First carry for Darius Geis. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Set, 60 outlaw. Rip left, rip left. Hey, Mike, get it.
Off the play fake. Hutchins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6. Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing again. Hutchins. It's Williams on the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
At their 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From midfield now, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hutchins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Zoom. 55, Mike.
To throw again. Hutchins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. I got one. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hutchins. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded just inside the 30. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Check 53. Let him know.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Haskins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Hutchins. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Off play action. Hutchins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Right here.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
60 outlaw.
On first down, Hutchins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. 55.
Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins. He's got Smith here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Go!
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on.
2nd and 13. His throw incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It's caught. Smith. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, this is Geis. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, number 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hutchins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's caught by Davis. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Haskins back to the air. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
60 or. Stop your whining.
On 1st down, Grant. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understand.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Haskins to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. They will find Davis. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Hutchins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Throwing on second and long. Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And some room to maneuver. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins gets this one to Juszczyk.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Escaping, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ballgame. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Hey, orbit.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You.
Off the play fake. Hutchins. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Speed grip.
From the gun, Hutchins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to himself.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Haskins going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it'll bring up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Haskins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, set, 15 lining, 15 lining. Let's go. Rock it, undercut. Hey, Charlie. 2.
Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And that's complete. It's Green here. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Give him 18 yards on that one. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, lock it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Look at me. Go. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Hutchins. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 10-2 start. curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Ready? From the gun, Hutchins. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A throw over the middle taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo. Now.
To throw again, Hutchins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On the set.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing on first down. Hutchins. Complete. Smith has it. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Vincent Smith, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to air, and now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vaughn. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Let's go.
At their own 42-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
First down, Washington.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. To try again after the sack. Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Here's Haskins to throw.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Geis, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Now Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go back to Grant. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We go set. 60 outlaw. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mike, number 53.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That's pulled in at the 32. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
I'm coming after you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Uncorks one for Davis. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.